Okay, we're now being joined by Logan Storley. Jay, go ahead.
Hey, Logan, welcome back. Thanks very much for the time today. First up, obviously a big fight. Number 4 versus number 5 guys into the division. Neiman Gracie, we all know what that family name means. So how comfortable are you when this eventually goes to the ground?
I train with the best guys in the world, likes of Gilbert Burns, for the last 5 years. So I'm ready. At the same time, I know he's good there. He's very good on the ground. He's a family name, but I'm prepared and I'm ready to do what I have to do.
Obviously, there's that wrestler versus grappler storyline, but one of the other storylines coming into this is the first 5-round non-title Bellator main event. So that's a little bit of history that you get to make. But I'm curious, do you expect to need those extra rounds? And if you do go to them, do you feel that it favors yourself?
Yeah, you always want to go out there and finish a fight early. That's the goal, right? Is to go out there and finish early. But for me, it's if I need them, then we're ready to go there. Training camps went well, and I'm prepared for all 25 minutes.
Is it a case where you've adjusted your training camp for those extra rounds, or is 25 minutes something you've been training for all along?
You're always getting ready for that title fight, right? That's why you get into this sport, is to become champ. We added a few little extra things and during training camp, getting ready for the extra 2 rounds. But really, it's just having that mentality of going as long as it takes.
Good stuff. And, Neiman's talking about a potential title shot should he get the win here. Of course, there's still Douglas Lima versus Jason Jackson out there, as well as that title fight. I mean, if you do get the victory on Saturday, where do you think this leaves you?
Yeah, you go out there and get a dominant performance. I would hope that puts you in line for the next title shot. But for me, the biggest thing is taking care of Saturday night.
And obviously, you don't want to look past anything, but you've had that experience with Yaroslav Amosov. It was extremely close fight, split decision. I mean, that sort of experience, in a way, does that actually help your confidence knowing that, hey, I've been in there, I can make the adjustments, and I'm ready to go at him again?
Yeah, of course. You're always looking at the best guys, top of the division, and I went in there and I fought him to the best of my ability. A fight that I thought went my way, but it is what it is. And if he wins that fight and I win this fight, then I'm ready for that.
All right, well, looking forward to this Saturday. Best of luck.
Thanks.
George, go ahead.
Hey, what's up, Logan? First Bellator main event. I'm just wondering how the emotions coming into fight night.
It's the same thing, I guess. I'm excited that people are here for you. Your name's on the. You're the headliner. People are waiting for you for the main event, so that's exciting. But once you step in there, it's the same thing as any other fight.
Definitely. And a lot made of Neiman's jiu-jitsu. Do you feel like your wrestling is being overlooked in this contest?
I mean, I know where he's good at. He knows where I'm good at. And we train for it, So I know he's tricky there. I know he's one of the best grapplers in the world, but so am I. So we'll see.
Definitely. And a great roster down at Sanford. I wonder who's been key to your development and who's really helped you in this camp?
This camp, Gilbert was one of my main training partners. Then you have Robbie Lawler, Shavkov, Jason Jackson, got some of the best guys in the world. And then got my coaches, Jason Strout, Henry Hooft, Tommy Barzini. So it's the same kind of crew. We just changed some things up a little bit. And Greg Jones is there for my wrestling. And I feel sharp and I'm ready to go.
Dylan Rush, go ahead.
Hey, Logan, thanks for taking the time. Speaking of Gilbert, I was just going to ask what you could say about guys like him and Luke Rockhold and how they've helped you along in your Bellator career.
Yeah, Luke was there a couple years ago. He helped me big time with the ground, being a big 185-pounder, former world champ. His grappling is second to none. And then, Robbie Lawler, Mike Chandler, guys like that have helped me a lot in my career. And so I'm forever grateful for those guys and kind of showing me the way. And all were former champs and have been in the biggest fights.
Definitely. And I got to ask you about this. You and Brock Lesnar grew up in the same hometown of Webster, South Dakota. before going on to wrestle at the University of Minnesota with the Golden Gophers. I was just wondering, have you ever spoken to Brock, and has he been an inspiration to you throughout your life?
Yeah, he helped me a lot in high school. I got to know him, go see him, stay with him. Got to meet Tony Ferguson through him when he was coaching the Ultimate Fighter, and so Brock helped me a lot. I got to see behind the scenes when he was getting ready for those title fights and what his training was like. And he was a superstar and had more media attention than any other fighter. Previous to Connor at that point.
Olu, go ahead. Jack, go ahead.
Hello, it's Jack here from Planet Sport. You come back to Connecticut on Saturday. Last time there, despite the defeat, you gave the undefeated Yaroslav Amosov obviously his closest fight yet. How do you look to go a step further and claim victory in Connecticut, and what will be different this time around?
For me, it's pushing the pace, landing my shots, using my hands, using my wrestling, using my pace, and I've grown a lot since that last fight with Amosov. So for Neiman, he's a different fighter than Yaroslav, obviously, but I've grown a lot since then, and that fight helped me, become who I am.
And people are a bit torn on how this fight will end. Obviously, both of you in a way having similar fighting styles. How are you looking to swing this fight your way?
For me, it's winning those little exchanges, making sure you get the best of them on the feet, pushing the pace, making it just an uncomfortable 25 minutes, making it hard, and making them work the whole time.
And lastly, are you prepared to potentially go all 5 rounds?
Yeah, obviously I went through a good training camp, and I'm ready to go.
All right, last one here, Bowker.
Hey there, Logan. I appreciate you making some time.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm just curious because, that Gopher wrestling lineage just seems like it creates almost like a compounding sense of confidence in those that come from that. Gable Stevenson, Shelton Benjamin, you could really go on all day. Is there a compounding sort of confidence you get from being part of that elite group of wrestlers that still informs what you're doing now?
Yeah, we were a top-ranked team in the country year after year. All my teammates were All-Americans, won 3 national dual titles, and, we outworked everyone. And being around those guys and seeing the former alumni, the greats, that really helps you. I still go back in the room with those guys, and coming from that program, one of the best programs ever, that made me who I am. And so there's a lot of confidence from those days and those years at Minnesota.
Yeah, and also just as a quick follow-up, not overlooking this, task you have coming up here, but the Yaroslav Amosov fight was mentioned, and it seemed like maybe you were really finding that pace as you were kind of going on in the fight there. So, hypothetically, just based on how things played out there, does that inform a certain level of confidence in a rematch that would be over the course of 5 rounds?
Yeah, of course. I'm continuing to improve, and I start to. You find out who you are in those later rounds, and you get to push the pace and really figure out how much this guy wants it. Who wants it more, and that's what wrestling since I was 5 years old has taught me. Dig deep and find a way to grind it out.
All right, Logan, that's the last one, man. Thanks for the time.
Yep.